Hi, my name is Rachel, and I will be talking about how biogeographical patterns in competitor-enemy interactions suggest release from a parent competition in a range-expanding host. Many species are expanding their ranges poleward in response to climate change. However, their interacting species are not likely to move in concert, and diversity usually decreases towards the poles, resulting in niche opportunities of ecological release. There are two mechanisms to how range-expanding species may escape their enemies. One, directly if their specialist enemies fail to follow them, and two, indirectly from weak apparent competition, if their generalist enemies fail to switch from competitors to them, or if competitors are not present in the expanded range. The focal species of my research is the oak gall wasp Neuroturus septorius, NSA, which occurs on Gary oak, Quercus garyiana. It is native to mainland Western North America, but has expanded its range to Vancouver Island, BC. In its expanded range, it is outbreaking and threatening oak savanna ecosystems. In addition to NSA, there are 23 other oak gall wasps, otherwise known as synnipids, that induce galls, which are plant structures on the leaves of Quercus garyiana. Today, however, I will only be focusing on 5 of the most commonly found synnipid hosts that co-occur with NSA, which are AQ, AK, AC, AO, and BMI. These species are host to specialist parasitoids, which attack one host, as well as generalist parasitoids, which attack many hosts. Synnipids can act as competitors of each other through sharing parasitoid enemies, and these parasitoid enemies are attracted to the galls and feed on a developing insecticide, acting as population control agents. Today, I will be looking into the question, does the loss of specialist parasitoids and/or reduced apparent competition by generalists contribute to the ecological release of the range-expanding host, NSA? For my method, synnipid galls were collected from 18 sites from 6 regions along the range of Quercus garyiana. Emergents were then reared out and collected for 1 year. Afterwards, emergents from 6 of the collected morphotypes were identified to the lowest taxonomic level using taxonomic keys. For our results, we have 6 preliminary synnipid host interaction networks for each region. Regions 1 to 4 are in the native range of NSA, while regions 5 and 6 are part of the expanded range. For each network, the bottom bar widths represent the relative abundance of each synnipid host, while the width of the top bars are the frequency of parasitoids emerging from that host. The lines between and line width show interactions and interaction frequency between hosts and parasitoids. Starting with the network at the bottom right, representing region 1, to the network at the top left, representing region 6, we can see that as latitude increases and we go further up north, there are less bars at the bottom, meaning less competitors of NSA, and a lower linkage density, so less links or interactions between hosts and parasitoids. So we are seeing that there is a lower diversity of parasitoid enemies attacking NSA in its expanded range, as well as fewer interactions between NSA and its enemies. We also calculated the potential for apparent competition, which quantifies the proportion of shared parasitoids that attack NSA that also attack other hosts as well. Values close to 1 represent strong apparent competition from other synnipid hosts to NSA. We are seeing that the potential for apparent competition is weaker in the expanded range, and this may be due to a loss of competitors such as AC and AK, as well as lower overall attack rates by the shared parasitoids of AO. For my conclusion, we are finding that the loss of specialists is minimal. The most abundant specialist, P37, is found to attack NSA in both its native and expanded range. We also found that there are 16 parasitoid species that attack NSA, 14 attack in a native range, while 10 attack in the expanded range. Only one specialist enemy failed to follow NSA to its expanded range. NSA's escape from apparent competition is likely due to loss of competitors in its expanded range. AK and AC are not found to be present in the expanded range and only share enemies of NSA in its native range. It is also likely due to generalist wasps in the expanded range not effectively switching over from other competitors to attack NSA. AO shares the most enemies of NSA overall, however they share fewer enemies in the expanded range. Therefore, we are finding that NSA is likely experiencing release from antagonistic interactions via a partial loss of apparent competition and not due to a loss of specialists. For the future, I will continue to identify the emergence from the whole community of 24 synnipids and create interaction networks for each host to determine if they contribute to release of NSA. Lastly, I would like to thank all the lab members that contributed to this project, as well as the McNair Scholars Program, National Geographic Society, National Science Foundation, and Binghamton University for the support, and landowners for letting us sample on their property. Thank you.